Good morning. I'm here today with John Kovac, Manufacturing Director of Microsoft. Welcome, John.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So digital transformation continues to be a hot topic, and we've been dealing with it for some years here at ARC and our annual conference. But it's only because our customers keep telling us and asking us, what is it, where does it go, and how do you do it? So I wonder if you could comment a little bit about how Microsoft is dealing with the whole issue of digital transformation. First, from the standpoint of your customers, how you're helping them, and then maybe internally, how it's transforming Microsoft.
Yeah, transformation is pervading all manufacturing. We're seeing it accelerate at a rate I didn't imagine a few years ago. I mean, just last year we were witnessing a lot of companies going through this transformation. We were helping them with onboarding these technologies, doing POCs in their factories and operations from supply chain all the way back through manufacturing, and then taking that knowledge and expanding it into their plant. So it's been a true transformation throughout organizations, and it honestly, to really permeate the entire organization and expand it on a global broad scale, it requires a cultural shift. It requires leadership at the very top, willing to make a change and driving that change through operations. So, for example, at Microsoft, Satya Nadella became our CEO about 6 years ago, and he's only the third CEO in our history. He wrote a book called Hit Refresh, in which he identified the three barriers, not barriers, but the ways that you need to go forward with a transformation. It's a great book. You should read it. It's around bringing clarity to the organization, kind of driving out the things that don't matter, and really inputting things that allow your innovators and your employees to not be afraid to bring forth ideas and collaborate and innovate. So clearing the barrier to entry for those folks. Generate energy. In other words, make it exciting, a great place to come to work every day. And we've done that by way of true collaboration in the way we go to market and the way we sell products and solutions to our customer base with the teams, allowing them to collaborate more effectively. And also by just way of culture in allowing an open and inclusive culture. We talk about that so much at Microsoft, and it's really paid off in dividends. And finally, make things happen. Just execute, and execute fast and hard with a sense of urgency that we didn't have before. And I think you'll see it in our stock price. It's gone up over fivefold since Satya became our CEO, and we decided to make a massive shift to the cloud, where we have over 50 data centers globally, and over 2 kilometers of fiber optic cable laid globally. 72 terabytes per second is going through our data pipes. It's pretty an incredible transformation.
So you mentioned culture, and we've been hearing that quite a bit ourselves as well. And can you comment a little bit on how companies should think about some of the workforce issues related to introducing new technology and scaling it up?
Yeah, it's a great question. We see it every day because Microsoft, if you think about the beginning of our time, we took folks in the back office who were on telephones, fax machines, typewriters, and we kind of transformed that into solutions around Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, to allow them to do their jobs more effectively, right? And then you transform new workers in the new age. We call them frontline workers, of which the estimates are there are currently about 2 billion frontline workers. These are the individuals representing your brand out in the market, whether it's manufacturing, whether it's solving problems at customer sites, fixing equipment, in sales roles, whatever. Those people work not in an office. They're typically out on the road. They have a home office set up. So what devices do they use? What do they bring to work every day in their normal routine? So it's not always a Microsoft product. So we have become an open culture around technology where Android operating systems and iOS from Apple and others, and the whole GitHub acquisition we did a few years ago, last year, those are the things that enable us to drive more of that transformation from a technology perspective, allowing frontline workers and first-line workers to have access to technology to allow them to do their jobs better, communicate with corporate, et cetera. We also offer technology for the folks on the manufacturing line or the folks in the design center in the form of HoloLens, which is truly transformational when you think about it. It's augmented reality with the ability to simulate both a real environment and a virtual environment together. And it's phenomenal in the way that you can interact. We have a company, one of our clients, actually using the tool to train people how to route cable wiring inside of a door in a harness, wire harness situation. It reduces training time by upwards of 70% for new employees. And as you see manufacturing folks kind of retire and move off, the new breed of manufacturing, young people don't really want to go into the trade, or if they do, they need those technology pulls to allow them to say, wow, this is an exciting place to come. I want to go into the manufacturing field. So.
Right, yeah. I'm glad you mentioned augmented reality because, we get a lot of inquiries about it. So, I can confirm that on our side.
And there's a
as
session
well.
here at the show, I think, for that.
Yeah, we do have a session here. Also, another topic that maybe we can close with is hot topic among our users is artificial intelligence and machine learning.
Yeah.
Can you comment on that a little bit?
Yeah, we're seeing it everywhere, and I have a staff and myself, and we actually go to market helping our customers with proofs of concept around artificial intelligence and machine learning. It's used a lot right now. I'm seeing it in quality. So you take for example cognitive learning and images off of a camera. So Jabil Circuit's a phenomenal client of ours, and they've implemented cameras in station in the middle of an assembly line, where they take an image in a picture, and that image is compared to good and bad images up in the cloud using machine learning AI algorithms. So then they're able to detect deep faults and manufacturing defects earlier in the process. And as you know, if you make a printed circuit board, if you get to the end of the line and there's a problem, it's really hard to take apart a circuit board that's been soldered together and all the componentry. So if the earlier you can find it and identify those defects, is much easier, and we use that with machine learning, which is a form of artificial intelligence. Microsoft itself has transformed our manufacturing and supply chains operations from our factory in China, where we make the HoloLens, the Xbox, all the Surface Hubs, all the laptops you see, the accessories, and we use artificial intelligence extensively from the manufacturing operations all the way to tier 2 of the supply chain. Now our planners, our supply chain planners actually don't have to analyze and approve things. Artificial intelligence is doing that on the behalf of them, and they're kind of looking for exceptions that are identified automatically. So it frees that person up to go do other things, which are more cognitive in nature, which is what a human is good at. The thing we have to worry about is as AI becomes more prevalent in society, as we put this on manufacturing lines, it's going to disintermediate some of those workers. And there's some that are going to be put into other roles, or they'll lose their positions. So we have to worry about how to retrain those folks, and we have to uptrain those folks who are coming on stream and need to learn how to program IoT and AI. So there's an opportunity there for sure for the training aspect on both ends. The estimates are that while we'll lose those positions on the back end, we will also gain double the amount on the people on the front end needing to learn that programming skill. So,
yeah, it's really exciting times.
It is.
I've been speaking with John Kovac, Microsoft. Thank you, John.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.